Okay. I guess we just develop this. There's no reason not to, and we're going to be able to ping things down afterwards. And I think we will rely on our hero power a little bit in this matchup. Oh my goodness. Do we lose now? We could top deck Frost, but we can get a lot of good top decks actually that would help us out here quite a bit. That's a really strong card though, the Blood Fury Potion. You don't like the Frost Lich Jaina, Vito? I have a ton of fun with this deck. We'll polymorph if we need to, but we're going to go ahead and Gluttonous Ooze. I really like the idea of just developing a minion right now, having something to deal with. Our opponent's board, that's unfortunate for us. And I'm very, very tempted to fireball it. And I'd rather fireball it and save the polymorph, because if this is going to be a Death Knight Warlock, we want to save the polymorph for one of the big Abyssal Enforcers or something like that, so that it doesn't get returned to our opponent's board. Young, you really like the Frost Lich? I really, really enjoy Frost Lich Jaina as well. You know what? Like, I think it's a really fun deck. And I think part of the, you know, I've always enjoyed playing Control Mage, and maybe that's just because I think I've enjoyed the Control Mage decks because, you know, you start Hearthstone with the Mage prologue, that sort of thing, when they first explain like the basics of the game and how the game works and all that fun stuff. So that's unfortunate for us. That's an interesting card. Oh, why didn't I ice block? You know what? That's a great question. Spaghetti? that's how I say spaghetti. I totally should have ice blocked. I don't know why I didn't. There's honestly no reason for us not to ice block there. And I'm going to now anyways while I float the mana, but I totally agree that I really, really should have played ice block. We had the 3 mana anyways. There's no reason not to save it. No ice barrier. No ice barrier in this deck. We, yeah. I think this is, oh yeah, play more things. That's good. I think this is as good as our Flame Strike's gonna get. I think this is probably as good, and we don't need to take any more damage right now. Kind of slow to deal with that. You know what? Frost Lich Jaina is kind of slow, but I feel like you can front load the deck. Because you have that amazing late game, like, value engine, you can kind of front load the deck with early game cards in order to be a little bit, oh boy. Okay, now I'm honestly tempted to polymorph this. Because I don't want this to be doing mean things to us. Mean things. Anything to us. And I'm not worried about that demon coming back. Especially if our opponent's playing that, the Crystal Weaver. Buffing all of the demons. Like, we just don't want to have a large demon board. Oh, yeah. Frost Lich Jaina is, like, late game is amazing, right? Like, we have our ice block up, and then we're going to activate Frost Lich Jaina. So that even if our opponent does lethal us this coming turn, we'll be able to Baron Geddon basically heal to full, right? Which I'm not expecting our opponent to lethal us from 19, just to be clear, but I'm just saying, like, there is, like, that you know, there's always that outside chance that something silly happens. Oh. This is obviously not what our opponent was hoping for. I think we just take the trade here. I'm tempted to Alex aggressively. Like, just trade in Alex. We have the burst for the following turn to win, so I think that's very reasonable. Whoops. That was a misplay. I'll admit it. That was on me. But if Alex lives, we have, like, super lethal anyways, but... Are there going to be taunts in our way, actually? There are. How annoying is that? How much does Meteor help us right now? Meteor's silly, right? Meteor actually lets us develop another water elemental. So I say we go for it. And now we have our... And I'll play the Blood Mage now. I'm definitely expecting a board clear from our opponent. But at least it cycles. And then we're going to be very, very close to lethal the following turn. The Death Knight Hunter? You know what? I totally did do Death Knight Hunter when the expansion started. I think Death Knight Hunter is the one that I opened for free. And I really, really enjoyed the Build-A-Beast mechanism. I just wasn't finding a lot of consistency. Wow. That's a lot going on from our opponent. We have super lethal right now on board, unless these cards are able to clear everything. And even then, we still have lethal. Yeah, this is fine now. You know what? I did really enjoy the Death Knight. The Hunter Death Knight. It was super fun. Maybe I'll get back to it at some point. Hey, Mocha. You have all these cards? Besides Geddon? I don't think Geddon is core to this deck at all. I don't think Geddon is needed. To be honest. Shaman time, we'll start ourselves off with this nice curve. This is a nice looking curve. We got Mana Worm into Arcanologist. Volcanic Potion if we need to clear out Token Shaman, Aggro Shamans early game. This is a much better looking setup for us. I feel like we can control the early game Shamans here a little bit. A little bit. Firefly, that's okay. And the question is, do we go Arcanologist in order to develop something? And I think we should. And it also gets rid of that ice block. This is obviously... this works twofold in our favor. It makes sure that we don't top deck this ice block for next turn, which we don't want to do. Hopefully enabling us to be able to top deck something else. And then it also gets an extra 2 power on board, which is also nice. Oh boy. Well, that certainly isn't the best thing in the world for us. Do we go slow? How do I want to do this? I mean, I want to get rid of the Flame Tongue. That's for sure. I think we have to just get rid of the Flame Tongue and then wait. And then we'll wait to use our AoE. And I think we can be greedy and wait one more turn to use our AoE. Oh yeah, now we totally can be greedy here. So the worst that can happen now is going to be Evolve, so our opponent can't hit us with the Death Seer Thrall. That's also okay because we get to wipe the board here with our Blood Mage Thalnos. And no trade, that's fine. We clear the board, we get a draw. I think that's a reasonable spot to be in right now, especially having a polymorph is very nice. And getting Alex is a little bonus, just one extra draw. This coming turn, if we have to polymorph anything big, we can. We're obviously now weak to the eventual Doppelgangster Evolve, but we can deal with that. I think we do want to do this. And we'll just ping here. I think we want a better target than a 1-2 for our Medivh's Valet, to be perfectly honest. So we're going to kind of hang on to the Valet here. Uh-oh, the Battle.net's trying to do an update on me right now, but I don't know if that knocks me out. Oh boy. And you know what? This is a reasonable polymorph target, I think. It's a really strong 6-drop regardless. Maybe Firelands is better. We can allow this first proc to happen. Ooh, a 0-7. That's a pretty funny laugh. I like that a lot. I like it a lot. I think we're totally okay here. Still no AoEs? Well, we have one more. We have one more small AoE. Still a 4-drop. Okay, that's actually a good 4-drop. Nice and high health. That's actually potentially really good for us. Taunt Totem would be the worst. But if it's not Taunt Totem, we're good. Even if it was Taunt, we obviously have the Valet to be able to deal with things. So we're going to have to do a whole bunch of trading and clearing here as much as we can to avoid getting hit with a massive Bloodlust. Oh, Flame Strike is good, but we want to save it for bigger things. We'll get rid of the 2-2. We'll get rid of this 1-1. Yes, we could have just used the Volcanic Potion with a ping, but I'd rather save the AoE if we can because our opponent still has a nice, big, juicy hand to work with right now. And we kind of want to avoid... There we go. Here comes those evolves. Please be horrible. Oh! Aw, Cho. Aw, Cho. Oh, this is really not the best thing for us. Okay. Okay. How are we gonna do this? Cho is very annoying.
Amazing.
Oh, the lore walker himself. We can't even punch through easily to get to him. Like, we're gonna give our opponent a polymorph and a volcanic potion before we primordial glyph. And the issue is, like, Flame Strike isn't even that strong right now. Actually, Flame Strike is a board clear. Flame Strike is a board clear with trades. And then our opponent has a Flame Strike. Maybe that's better than Volcanic Potion and Polymorph. Then we can save those things for the next eventual board filling play. Hey Vito. You're back. You couldn't stay away. Opponent gets a random dragon. Maybe we have to polymorph that. Yeah, our opponent's attack is higher than all of our health. Oh, this is unfortunate for us, but at the very least, we cleared that initial board, which is always a challenge to be able to do consistently, to be able to deal with a big evolve turn. And then we do have a little bit of flexibility with the upcoming primordial glyph. Yup. That's probably going to get sheeped. Let's go ahead and build this up, though, a little bit. Oh, Kabbalah's Tome for sure. You like Alex there? Honestly, I was way too afraid to Alex there. With having Malagos when our opponent might be running Jade Lightnings or a Jade yes, Jade Lightning. I think that is way too scary to leave Malagos up. Malagos is one of those terrifying. Yeah, that's excellent to get from Bone Drake. That's also kind of terrifying. Oh, Frost Lich I think is good. Kabbalah's Tome is good. We can clear this. But I like the Frost Lich here. And we'll get rid of the minions here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, if he didn't have Malagos, then yeah, absolutely. Alex was great. Yeah, onto an empty board or onto a weaker board, I think Alex is great. I totally agree. But otherwise, yeah, that had to be dealt with, especially when our opponent can continue to flood the board a few times on us. At the very least, though, we do have this Kabbalah's Tome to help out, but There's no guarantee that we're going to be able to easily be able to develop that. Oh, yeah. Hey, that's pretty good for us. At least in the fact that our opponent will want to remove it, not the fact that it's necessarily that's, you know, that actually impactful on the board. And now we cannot clear the 6/6 comfortably as well. Lightning Storm. Hopefully we get a low roll here. We do not. Chain Gang into Evolve. Wow. Oh no. Wow, this is one heck of a strong board. We're gonna Kabbalist Tome. Let's Kabbalist Tome first. Gives us the most flexibility. 2 plus 2s. And another Kabbalist Tome is excellent here. This is 15, so our opponent technically doesn't have lethal on board. Although I guess we do suspect that they'd be able to lethal us.
Time melts away.
We can do Volcanic Potion Ping. Mirror Image. We could also just Firelands Portal this down. And then that leaves 12 on board. And our opponent just played a Lightning Storm, which I would imagine, would be only a one of in a more token aggro shaman deck, but there's no guarantee, obviously. We could get hit with more AoE. And they'll probably still run Maelstrom Portal, so there is a good chance this gets... Okay. That's a nice slow play for us. That is nice and slow. I like that a lot. And having Kabbalist... Oh, Kabbalist Tome into Kabbalist Tome is potentially excellent for us. If those have to trade into the taunts, we're in such good shape. Oh. Although, a Thrall, I was going to say, a Thrall Evolve right now is probably bad news for us. But Minion's health can only get so high, right? Stormwind Champion, that's just not necessary. Okay. Okay. Let us think. We can... I think Firelands Ping is going to be good enough and then trade into the 8/8. I don't think we need to do anything fancy here. This develops, you know, this replaces the Water Elemental. That's weaker. That's weaker than we had hoped. And this way, you know, it just... Yes, this minion can then get evolved. I understand that. But all the freezes are just going to slow our opponent down. And we will eventually just be able to Pyroblast. Volcanic Potion's probably useless unless something happens with funny health. But... do I play Arena? I don't really play Arena. No, Lan. I don't really play Arena. The only time I play Arena anymore is when they give out those free passes. Like, I think before the Knights of the Frozen Throne expansion, they gave out those passes. And I think they're actually going to do them again soon for the Hallows End. What's it called? The Hallows End. Oh, Flamestrike hurts us so much right now. Hallows End holiday that they have. So yeah, those are basically the only times I play Arena anymore, at least. Wikiat, greetings from Malaysia. Hello, hello. Greetings right back to you from Canada. We'll go ahead with the ping here, and I will... All Kabbalist Tome. Hey, you're not the first person, actually, from Malaysia. That's super cool. Yeah, that's basically the only time I play Arena is when Hearthstone gives it to us for free. Otherwise, I don't know. I got into Arena for a while when I was first playing Hearthstone, but recently I've really enjoyed the latter, playing, you know, I enjoy playing like the more fun decks. Like, I understand why people might get burnt out if they play like consistent. Oh, that can help. Why don't you show me mouse over? So this is going to become an 11 mana 8/8. I think now that they've added, yeah, this I think this is the only 11 cost card in the game right now. So 6 and 7 doesn't help us. Oh, we can do a fun play here though. Check this out. So we'll get rid of this one. That's fine. Do this. And then this. And we go face, and we finally stabilize this game. Which is absolutely awesome. Oh, wow. That was amazing. Those Kabbalist tomes, though, really helped. Yeah, let's do a couple more games here. We've been at this a couple hours. Oh, okay. We gotta at least finish the mage quest. That'd be silly if we didn't.